Hello, hello, hello. Out there, in here, on your little phones, you know what I'm saying? All that, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am Carmen Nakomi, and this is Carmen Nakomi World. Back again for the first time. No, back again plenty of times because I'm never going to ever stop. Never going to stop. Can't stop, won't stop. Plain and simple. This is Carmen Nakomi World, and this is Lakers in the Other 29. My great segment that I have where I cover the Lakers and other NBA teams around the league. You know what I'm saying? I'm here just trying to recover from our game one loss. I'm going to go over that and I'm going to tell you a little bit about how I feel about our next coming game that we have tonight at 10 p.m., which is Eastern, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 o'clock Western time. I'm going to basically just give you all my feelings about it, what the newest updates that we've heard about different players and different situations around the league. And please go ahead and drop a comment and let me know how you feel. Let me know what you're thinking. Let me know what you feel, how you're feeling, what the temperature your gauge is. Where's your worry level right now, guys? Where's your worry level? Is it here? Is it here? Is it at 10? Is it at 8.5? Or is it at 0? Because you ain't worried at all. I mean, if you are, you have ice in your veins and you must be D-Lo. But if you're not worried, you should be, because we are realistic fans here in Laker Nation. We are realistic fans, absolutely. So I'm coming in real quick. I would have did something on Saturday if I could, but my family was blessed with the birth of my sister's child, so I had to go hang out with them for that, and also just sit down and watch with them. Whoever was still up, sit down and watch with them as my Lakers just laid the ridiculous floater, dude. The ridiculous floater, man. It's just like, yo, it's like house party, man. Flush the toilet. Tell somebody, bro. It's just sad. It was sick. The game ended with Denver winning 114-103. We had them in the first quarter. It was very good. We were doing very good. I don't think we were doing great. I think we were doing very good. Catching Denver, while I think Denver was still a little sleepy and trying to get back into it because they've been off even longer than we have. So obviously they have a little bit more issues than we do. As far as getting back into the game, we just been off for like 4 days. They've been off probably about a week, if not more, just chilling. So we were able to take them in the first quarter. Sorry. We were able to take them in the first quarter. And then we were able to go into the second quarter and still keep that momentum until we just started to do some, I don't want to call it Laker shit. Is this because it's just in this current period era of our Lakerdom that we have been just inconsistent, that when we have our we can't be crisp. We could be good, but we can't be great. We could be great, but we can't be perfect. We can't be excellent. Nobody can be perfect, but we can't be excellent. And that is what basically bothers me when we even have a team that we weren't expecting to be up on. We couldn't even really just step on the gas and bury them, so that when they do, it's like we never expected for them to come back or hit back. It was just like, come on, okay, we're up by 12. Come on, let's push it. Let's really get let's really start to lay into them. Some shots were going in, not all shots, and no, all shots can't go in, but it was just we were missing mid-range. We were taking unnecessary shots. And I haven't even gotten to D-Lo yet. I haven't even gotten D-Lo. It was just not a great thing. Then Denver comes back, outscores us 32 to 27 in the second, 32 to 18 in the 13, and that's pretty much what killed us. And then 25-25 up in the last quarter, which basically just comes out to the 114-103 final. So it was it was too much of a respectable game. The word that I was going to use to describe the game was a respectable game, and this didn't need to be a respectable game. We can't show deference. We can't show deference to them. Let me give me 2 seconds. Let me fix my light right quick, man. I just felt like it was too much of a shadow over there. Maybe I need to a little bit more that side, guys. Sorry for the experimentation in the middle of the episode, but I'm trying to make myself a little better, of course. Reg Dog, what's good with you, bro? I think they already beat us mentally. We should all be very worried. Um, I think that they beat some of them mentally. I feel honestly, and I feel sad to say this, but I feel like they have beaten D'Lo and AR mentally, because I think Rui was still willing to do what he has to do and take those shots that were necessary, but he just didn't take shots. And I'm not saying that basically he wasn't being aggressive, but I don't think that they were going to him. His points were incidental almost, you know what I mean? He was 7 points for the night. He had one assist, which is not surprising. 3 rebounds, no offensive rebounds. He was two from the free throw line, so he really had 5 points off on the field. He was 1 or 2 from the 3-point line, which is not bad because I mean he only shot like 4 shots, so he was 2 of 4 from the field. Um, you can't shoot 4 shots, bro. This is your final. This is your final. That's what we gotta. That's how we the mindset that we have to be in. This is your final, so you can't just shoot 4 shots. And I mean, I get it. Maybe every time you get the ball, you're gonna take a shot, or you're gonna be aggressive with it. But that has to be a flaw if that's not a game plan that Darvin Ham is thinking about and going to, because he worked very well last year against Denver. So why wouldn't he be a focal point where you have Porter, who's a great 2 point, a great 3-point shooter. Rui is also, and you have Aaron Gordon, who is a not a 3-point shooter, but an aggressive player, especially in the low post. He could take you. Might shoot a 3 every once in a while, but at the same time, I think Rui, to me, I mean, God, I want to say D'Lo too, but Rui is definitely an X factor that we need to really, really focus on trying to get him going and get him in the game. Because if we have Rui going, we have 2 bronze on the floor. That's how I feel. If we have Rui going, we have 2 bronze on the floor. Maybe not stop like take him like a freight train, like LeBron would do, but at the same time, he could shoot threes. He could go to drive to the hole. He could hit the mid range. I think that you should unlock Rui. See what happens. It's a lot of different things that we could do differently. I'll get back to the box score in a second. Reg Dog chimed in also saying, if AD thinks he deserves Defensive Player of the Year, then why the hell is Rui on Jokic? I personally liked Rui on Jokic. He defended him a bit last year in the West Coast Finals. And not saying that Rui was cooking him. I don't think Rui's really was. I mean, that not Rui. I don't think Jokic was cooking him. Personally, I think that he held his own. And sometimes it ain't about checking somebody. It's just putting a body on him, a big body. And it's just like, who was stopping Kobe? Nobody stopped Kobe. Nobody stops the greats. Jokic is a great. So it's just like, you got to just, like they said, you got to give him good different looks, give him different looks, give him different bodies to beat up, and also make him somebody. They need to make Jokic actually play defense. That's something that they need to do. And the 3 bigs that we got on the floor, Rui, AD, and Bron, they're not being as aggressive. I hope they come back out tonight and be a lot more aggressive. But I expect that Rui is going to be extra aggressive, and I hope that he comes out shooting. Because if he could come out, hit a couple, you know what I'm saying, that's going to offset those foolish turnover threes that we basically be getting. Go ahead and come out and get hot quick. And I think that AD is the Defensive Player of the Year. I don't think that any of the dudes that basically, Wembanyama is a freak. He's a freak. Oh, what? Yeah, sure. He's big and he's tall, whatever like that. Let me see Wembanyama run around and basically get Damian Lillard at the top of the key, and he's coming out and he basically could D him up. I mean, I don't think that anybody is as versatile as AD. I think that he just has a bad rap, and I feel like sometimes some players, some teams just feel like shitting on some people. And I feel like sometimes especially when a player joins a team that they don't like the Lakers. Don't let these media people fool you. The Skip, whoever wants to jump on the Laker bandwagon. Don't let none of that bullshit fool you. They don't like the Lakers, period. They don't like it even more because Bron is on the team. So I'm so plain and simple. I feel like all the great stuff that we've done over the last 2 years, as far as they're concerned, they're kicking that shit underneath the bush, as though it never should have existed. They want to ignore that it even happened. You know what I'm saying? So and also just to complete my statement towards your thoughts on Rui Garden. Put Rui on yoke. You give him a strong body to D him up wherever he's going. Kind of hopefully he has some long arms so he could probably disrupt some of those passing lanes. And at the same time, you give AD free hand to be able to roam, and that's what he needed. That's why we needed a big. That's why we needed a big from the off season. But for some reason, they decided that they didn't want to go all out with this team. It was a deep team. No matter what, they figured they was just like, okay, well, regardless of what, come on, man, y'all wasn't spending money like that in the first place. You could have went in for a little bit more to give you some more protection. Who cares if you already had 3 centers? If it was the fact that at least one of your centers, you could have maybe bet money that they was going to get hurt, and that was AD, but he didn't. So that's the only reason why you were able to, sell out on the whole season and basically just be like, I'm gonna ride AD until the end, no matter how the hell. And he basically ate all those injuries all season, and now we're gonna eat that shit back because of the fact that we don't have a center. Oh, we praying that Christian Wood is gonna come off the bench and help us. Seriously, when we could have had some, I don't care what else they would have gave us, or if they would have gave us no points. We just need a center in the paint that's going to defend and who's going to. I don't want you to come back to the bench unless you have all your six fouls gone. That's just how I feel. Our stars don't seem like they. Sorry, our stars don't seem like they're taking the challenge. Personally, to me, they're not. They haven't, not yet. I mean, they are chanting "Who's your daddy?" I mean, yeah, that's all bullshit, plain and simple. I mean, they're gonna do that. The Red Sox chanted that when they finally got the Yankees for a championship, and the Yankees were like, okay, well, since the last time y'all won a championship, we've had 16. So whenever the little brother basically, gets one up on him, like, oh, who's your daddy? Man, please go get something. Go out there and go play your game. We're going to do ours. But we need to definitely take this personal as for your personal pride, for the team pride, not just personal pride, because you could put personal pride aside and you just decide that, you know what, it don't mean that much to me. It means everything to Laker Nation, and Laker Nation is damn near several 100 million strong worldwide. I mean, you gotta understand that you're letting down more than just a team. And I mean, I guess that where it has to start and where it would have to end, and at the same time, just be ready. You're gonna be that person. You're gonna be that person that every time somebody looks at it and be like, yeah, D-Lo, you're gonna have a hard off season if you don't come through and basically just ball out tonight. Ain't nobody gonna give 2 shits what you could do on your home court. No one's gonna care. No one's gonna care. On the road in the playoffs is where legends are made, is where contracts are signed. Unless you have an MVP, and that's the only reason that people are still giving Harden contracts. That's the only thing. 9 times straight is sickening to me. I get it, Reg, man. It's disgusting. It really, it bothers me. I don't know why. I mean, I put myself in the player's shoes, and I think to myself, like, it wouldn't have happened to me. You know what I'm saying? That at the very least, I would have. I'm not a fighter, but I would have swung on somebody at the very least. I would have had to push somebody out of bounds. No easy layups, no easy shots. You would have had to earn it all at the free throw line instead of basically shooting Jays wide open. It's just ridiculous. Respectfully, Rui on Joker doesn't work. We tried it last year and we got swept. That wasn't the only reason why we got swept, Reg. Just saying. And what's wrong with putting Hayes and Giles on Joker? Nothing wrong with it. At the same time, Giles, I'm not sure about Giles. Honestly, I've never heard of him until we picked him up off the heap. And Hayes is good, and Hayes should play. He should play at least a good, 15 minutes a game at the very least. I personally feel so, but maybe not because it's the playoffs. I don't think that he should. I think that he should get at least 10 to 15 minutes a game, Hayes, just to give Rui, give AD a break off the block, and also to just just to mix it up with two bigs. I think that at very least that's what we should have did. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I don't think anyone's going to specifically work. I don't think anybody's going to specifically work. I think that what we need to do is still defend, but we need to maximize our offensive abilities on the field, because Denver's too good to think that we are going to defensively stop them in any way. We need to make defensive stops. That's a difference. We need to make defensive stops. Sometimes they're gonna go on runs. They're gonna go on runs. We're gonna go on runs. When we need a stop because we need it's getting too close, or because we are close and we need to make up ground, we need a stop. I don't think that Hayes is gonna get a stop, but the extra man on the floor gives AD the opportunity to get us a stop. You feel me? I know you do, man. I know you do. You're passionate just like I am. I'm just not, I'm gonna, if I disagree, even though I appreciate you being here, I'm gonna let you know that I disagree. It is what it is. It's basketball. Everybody has an opinion, and it's relative. I could be right, you could be wrong. I could be wrong, you could be right. But yes, Rui has to score more than 7 points. AD came through with 32 points and 5 assists, 4 blocks, with 11 rebounds. 11 defensive rebounds, 3 offensive rebounds for a total of 14, which was a great game. You got to give it up to AD for that, plain and simple. He 45 minutes is a lot, but at the same time, hey, it's the playoffs. Everybody's supposed to play those kind of minutes. You rarely see a rotation that goes past 9. So it is what it is. Braun, that was one of the main things that I felt was the issue. I'm not saying that he was wrong. He was bad. But 7 turnovers, bro. Sometimes it was inside of our runs, or inside of after we got a stop and we had a chance to really make up some ground, is where Braun will have a bad turnover. And he's getting hopeful about his passes rather than nailing those passes right in. Yeah, I mean, he had the great bounce pass, for the jam. But at the same time, you're passing across passing lanes. Somebody's going to look at that and just eat that. You know what I mean? Anybody who wants this game is going to take that chance and shoot that gap. You can't just lazily pass that. Back in the day, I remember back when I was playing basketball in college, and every single time I would do me a baseball pass, that baseball pass would be clean, bop, and it would hit that person wherever they was at, wherever I wanted to hit them. But you know what my coach would say? Bounce pass. I would say my last name, but I ain't trying to basically get to know y'all that good. I really love y'all, but at the same time, gotta have a separation. But she'll be like, bounce pass, beep. Bounce pass, beep. I'll be hitting them up for dimes. Bounce pass. And then I really started to realize I got to change it up. If I'm just doing bullet passes straight across, chest passes straight across, anybody's going to basically be able to pick that up. The greatness of Braun when he was on that fast break and hit that bounce pass, I didn't even see that it was a bounce pass until I saw the replay. And I was like, how in the hell did he even make that pass to him? He bounced it. So it went right underneath the defender's hand. We gotta either close distance or stop being so hopeful. You're not Elway. You can't throw 50 yards in the playoffs. Someone's gonna basically get back to it, because winning is life or death for Denver. And that's how they came out and played. And it needs to be the same energy. We need to meet the energy with energy. That's just how it is. That's the only way we're going to get up out of this bullshit. The bench needs to play. Sorry, what's up, Eric Quan? How you doing, man? The bench needs to play more minutes when the things get south. I hear you. Might as well. Ham is just stubborn, stupid, whatever the hell, lazy. I don't care, whatever it is. He can't be here next year. He basically, to me, I kind of feel like he has ruined our relationship with Christy. I'm not saying we needed to baby him or nothing like that, but at the same time, come on, you want him to be around to play in playoff games. I mean, I assume that you assume that you're going to be in playoff games in the future past this year. I don't think that you think that you're going to basically not, or I don't think that you assume or want to not be in playoff games past this year. So why not prepare your young guys for playoff games? It just makes no sense. It makes no sense. You should have been, I get it. You slowed down because Gabe was coming in. Fine. But at the same time, I want somebody to compare Gabe Vince's last games of the playoff season since he's been back, and compare it to the last games that Mike Christie actually got on the court and see what those were. He hit threes, he defended, he followed those top guards around the court. Why can't it be? Why can't we basically both have? I think that it would have been great to have Christy as that next option. As to be just another person with fresh legs to follow him around. I was hoping that maybe that Ham was going to do the okey doke and come in, with the rope a dope and make you think that, oh, he's tired. Oh, here comes some fresh legs. Boom. What's going on, Maurice? What's up with you, man? I appreciate you, man, all the time. Let's go ahead, please, guys. If you have not already, and I assume you have, if you were here because you probably saw, and that's the only reason that you did see, you probably subscribed to my channel, and I really so much appreciate it, guys. But go ahead and like the video while you're here, while you're watching. I really appreciate it. I'm not going to take up too much more of your time. I'm just going to go over a couple of other things. Subscribe to the channel, drop a comment, just like these lovely folks are doing right now. And just hit me up follow me on Instagram at Call Me Nakomi. Call Me Nakomi on Instagram. Call Me Nakomi with the number 1 on X. Eric also said Ham is too mellow. He has to get angry, and he's not going to get angry. If all the bullshit that we went through this year didn't get him angry, he ain't gonna get angry. And we don't need that. We need somebody that's going to kick. We need a person who's going to meet Bron with the same energy that he got. He's very, very passionate. And if you just like, oh, okay, we gonna make it do what it gotta do. And I don't need no pimps, man. I don't need you to try to game me. You ain't gonna game me. I need you to get mad at me and tell me that the crap I'm doing is bullshit. I don't care if you are harder on them in practice. This ain't practice no more. I need you to bring that same energy to the court. At least yell at somebody. Don't yell at the refs. They need to yell at your own team, especially when your team is fucking up. Plain and simple. Ham gotta go. I'm done with him. Absolutely. I feel you, Maurice. Agreed. Absolutely agreed. Reeves and D'Lo. That's the number 1 reason I feel like we lost last night. 13 points. I feel like I don't care when they got those minutes. It's garbage minutes. I don't care when they got them. It's garbage minutes. You can't average 15 points against every bullshit team in the whole entire league and get here. And I didn't see nobody D'ing y'all up like they were locking you down, like they was like, so like dudes back in the 90s. I didn't see nobody D'ing you up. I didn't see Jrue Holiday out there that was going with you slide to side from all the way over, keeping every single thing. You were missing wide open shots. D'Lo, you should be ashamed of your mother self for blowing that layup at the basket. It wasn't even late. It was a teardrop. And I'm like, why are you teardropping, bro? Put it off the backboard. Dunks and all that is basically in the fast break. It's the playoffs. In the playoffs, we don't have time for nothing pretty. I don't give a damn about how pretty it looks. All it's going to do is give people jokes at the end of the game, because you lost anyway. And so, okay, they have highlights and they're going to be like, well, they started off well, but they didn't finish well. That's exactly what the hell we get every single game. Aren't you sick of it? I'm sure Rob is sick. And I'm sure Rob is just basically, but he has to deal with it, because that's his man. They hired him. Everybody co-signed him. I would personally rather with a coach that we when you have a playoff team, a team that you are sure you could take you to the playoffs, you need a playoff coach. Darvin Ham is a project coach. Well, you got to kind of teach him on the job. That was a failed experiment. That's all I got to say. A failed experiment. 2 or 4, man. I was just talking about Rui. He need more shots. He need to take more shots. He need to demand a goddamn ball. Plain and simple. Braun need to stop ISO ball. And Rui needs to go up and demand the ball. So somebody has to defend Rui and nobody's double teaming Braun and watching for the pass, the pass off, because they double teaming him. He can't bounce back in. Come on, man. You're just taking clock. You doing the job for them. You're doing the job for them. And when we play together and we make a bunch of passes and we out assist the team, we usually end up winning. Because don't nobody know who to guard. They can't double AD, they can't double Braun. Simple math. Reeves took nine shots. No, I think he needs at least 12. And you need to make them shits. You were 2 and 9 from the 3. At the same time, I need you to make those. You only went to the free throw one time, my dude. One time. D'Lo, I don't want to talk about D'Lo no more. If you don't play tonight, good luck finding a contract, my bro. At least, like I said before, at least Harden has MVPs, and that's why he still keeps on getting contracts. You don't have MVPs. So if you're bad in the playoffs, nobody good needs you. Nobody good. I mean, maybe you'll be a piece coming off the bench. You want to stay a starter? You better play your ass off tonight. I mean, I don't care if we lose. If you don't drop 15, 20 points, F that. If you don't drop 20 points tonight, D'Lo, I'll help you pack your bags, bro. Taurean Pritchard's the only dude who on the bench who gave us some points. Everybody else, Dinwiddie gave you 13 minutes. Hayes gave you 4 minutes. Vincent, which I think Vincent should basically be taking half of D'Lo's minutes if he's not going to play. If I would take Gabe Vincent misses, then D'Lo missing eight free throws. I'm not saying that Gabe Vincent is D'Lo, but at the same time, I think that I could live with those odds a lot better. I could live with those odds a lot better, and at least I could have a defender that I could say, okay, I feel like Gabe Vincent, even though a little bit shorter than Jamal Murray, I feel like basically at least he would give him something and be somebody that people will forget on the 3-point line because they ain't been watching him all year. But he looks like he might be ready. So go ahead and give him something. I'm not even going to bang the drum for Max Christie no more, because it don't look like that. Feels like that boat has sailed. I don't know. It'll be almost a shame and a slap in the face, a spit in the face, basically, if they put him in during garbage minutes when they're losing. I'd be like, nah, you ain't talking to me. No, he's a player, so he's going to get up and he's going to be ready and go in and he's going to do his job because he's a professional. But at the same time, I don't know. On the other end, just to rattle off some stats, 32, and 12, 32, 12, and 7 from Yoke. Eric Gordon had 12 points. Michael Porter Jr. had 19 points. Murray had 22 points. Caldwell Pope had 12. So but they also had a bunch of points off the bench. Let's go to the breakdowns here. Field goal percentage, we was actually better field goal percentage than they were. 3-point percentage, they were actually a little bit better than we were. They were better than we were. Free throws, we still went to the free throw line and we made 89% of our free throws. So it's not like we weren't completely off of our game plan. We just wasn't hitting shots. We need to hit those shots. I don't think that this series is going to be a defensive trenches game. It's going to be a kill or be killed game. It's going to be straight, just going in and this take out this go ahead and this. I'm sorry if I triggered anybody. Apologies. Sorry, I'm from New York. It is what it is. But plain and simple, we need to go in straight mercenary style and just basically putting shots in the basket. Let them outscore us. It just is what it is. We're going to get our defensive stops when we can get our defensive stops. But if we are not locked in offensively, it matters not. It matters not. Offensive rebounds, of course, they out rebounded us there, 15-6. 33 defensive rebounds, we basically were actually tied. So, I mean, hey, assists, they had 5 more assists than we did. They had 4 more steals than we did. We had more blocks. So we were putting forth the defensive effort that we needed to, but we were not executing offensively. We went back to ISO ball. We went back to AD and Braun trying to force it down the hoop because they didn't trust anybody else or because nobody else trusted themselves. And I don't blame them for that if that's the situation and that was their judgment call. But somebody needs to do it. And if it got to be Gabe off the bench, let dude do it. But D'Lo, if if you don't have 30 and they played you 48 minutes for the game or 41 minutes, how many minutes you played, and you ain't had 30, go ahead and get your agent ready. That's all I gotta say. Turnovers. We had 12 turnovers to their 6. They had double our turnovers. Double the turnovers. I mean, we had double the turnovers. It's ridiculous. Fast break points. We would usually be the team that gets more fast break points. Points in the paint. They outgained us basically by 10. And they fouled more. It's hey. The math is right there, guys. We just need to make more points. So if D'Lo and Reeves don't want to come in fighting like their life depends on it, as though it's going to be all, lemon daddies and podcasts tomorrow, go ahead with that. Nobody's safe from judgment. Nobody's safe from criticism, especially in the Lakers. Nobody's safe. Max Christie. Oh, fudge. I don't know what I just did, but back, whatever you're doing. Maurice, Max Christie, that ship is sailed. Exactly. And when he leave, he gonna make us pay every time we play. We just keep making enemies. I don't know how many of y'all out there. There's only 3 of y'all out there right now, but at the same time, I don't know how many of y'all are Bron fans. I respect Bron. And I guess I'm not the word fan from fanatical. I wouldn't say I'm fanatical about Bron, but I respect him as a ball player. He gained my respect a long time ago, way before he got to the Lakers. So, but at the same time, he brings a certain weight with him and he alienates players. And all I know is that we've made too many enemies since he joined the team. A whole team worth of enemies on New Orleans, KCP and Danny Green and now we got young cats that basically is becoming enemies because I don't think Malik Monk hates us because he took the money. We would have kept them, but he took the money. But I mean, at the same time, people we don't ever hurt, they still basically hate us because they want this pick me syndrome. You know what I'm saying? They want but when we have them in the house, we can't shit on them. Unless they really basically showed that they were worth nothing. But Max Christie is the obvious opposite of that. So, and Denver ain't even good as they play. Try to make them out to exactly as people try to make them out to. That first half proved it exactly. It proved that they could get got. We had them. And even if they was basically just kind of getting back in the pace or whatever like that, basically we had them in a hole. We could have, as they came up, we could have kept them down and kept at least their lead. We could have kept the lead, and then it would have been a ball game come the end of the season. Come the end of the game. I don't say we got to beat them by 40 to beat them, but at the same time, we showed that we could put them in a hole, and they have to dig out from. But when they decided to come out and they punched, they connected. We basically just was like, which way did they go? Which way did they go? And we just started this falling apart. If I was Darvin, I would immediately have called. I mean, I don't even know if I would have made it to the fourth quarter with timeouts the way that they were playing. I mean, I would have had to just bring them back to reality real quick. You know what I'm saying? Every time they started to lose momentum and focus. You got to do it, man. Got to do it. Anyway, as far as updates, Wood is supposed to come back tomorrow, as far as Shams said. If he does, great. Cool. I hope you could do something even on your, I don't even know how much you've been working out. I hope that you could do something. I hope you could bring something to us. Vando, of course, what everybody is hoping for. I honestly, let's stop even thinking about whether or not he's going to be back for this series. If we're lucky and we make it to the next series, maybe he'll be back for that. But so let's just focus on what we have right now, guys. We have to win tonight. We have to win tonight. We got to come in and we got to play like there's no tomorrow, because honestly, going down 2, even going back to the lake to the crypto, they beat us on our floor plenty times. So we can't think that, oh, home is going to make a damn difference. Everywhere is home for them when it comes to the Lakers. So we need to win every time we get a chance to. So if we don't win tonight, home court advantage is meaningless. Absolutely meaningless. And Doc Turkey's going regardless. I swear to God, I don't even think that if he I think we might be the first people to fire a coach, even though if we won the championship, we should still fire his ass. Plain and simple. I know I have no faith in him. So Bando is a no, probably is a no, definitely, and Woods is a probable for game 3. Hope that we're gonna be able to come through and fight, man. Fight like your life depended on it. Because I mean, that's basically what it is. I mean, that's what y'all play for. Y'all didn't play unless y'all just here for a check. If that's the case, then tell me what it is, so I can stop, waiting for y'all to get right. I'm just gonna wait for the other teams to get for the next Laker team to get right. I am not gonna be a Laker, but I'm just gonna stop. I'm gonna stop putting my hopes in a team that don't have no kind of hope for themselves. This is what it is. Anyway, as far as the playoffs go right now, it is all the home teams actually won. So let me see. Let me go back one. Sorry, guys. Let me go back one. All right. So starting on Saturday, the Cleveland Cavaliers beat the Magic. The Timberwolves beat the Suns. The Knicks came back and beat the Sixers. That was a really good game. I watched that game too. And of course, the Lakers got beat by the Nuggets. On Sunday, the Celtics beat the Heat. Even though the Heat came out and they were fighting in the beginning, they did what they had to do. The Clippers, I thought the Mavericks was going to beat them, but the Clippers came and beat the handedly beat the Mavericks, outscoring them in no, actually, they outscored them in two of the 4 quarters. So, but they beat the Mavericks. It didn't look like it was going to be too close at all. Bucks actually beat behind Damian Lillard, dropping 35 points. Even though Pascal Siakam dropped 36, the Bucks beat the Pacers and the Thunder beat the Pelicans. Yeah, I wish that we were playing the Thunder, but at the same time, I think that you just got to get what you get what you earn. We earned the 7th spot. We got to take our medicine. Either we got to earn it or we got to take our ass home. Go back to the drawing board. So we're going to see what's going to do today. Tonight, we have the Cavs against the Magic again for their second game. Knicks Sixers and the Lakers Nuggets. So I'll be coming back probably maybe after the game or something to see if I can just to give y'all a post game opinion. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow when I have more time. But thank you so much, everyone, for coming through. I really, really appreciate you guys. Please, as I said before, like the video while you're here right now. Comment, subscribe, leave a comment, leave a message. You can email me at callmenakomi@gmail.com. Of course, you can still follow me on Instagram at callmenakomi or callmenakomi with the number 1 on X. I love to hear from y'all. I always engage with my people. I hope that we win tonight. I hope that we show some fight, because that's Laker basketball, is fight, never giving up. We've shown that we don't give up throughout the whole year, but for some reason we get shook when we're playing Denver, and I don't like it. I'm sure they don't like it, and all you got to do to change it. I don't think that it's like, oh, we get scared. No, we have to put through the follow. We have to do the follow through. We have to put through the effort. So if we could do that, I feel like we could be victorious. I feel like we could get over this hump, and they're underestimating us. This is the right time to punch them in the mouth and keep punching them in the mouth and take this win home. That's my hope for tonight. But anyway, guys, love you. Have a good night. Be good to each other. And may your shot always stay wet. Peace.